Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 5:52, and John Mellencamp with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Cloudy today with a high of 78. Tomorrow, rain with a high of 65. It is 60 right now in downtown Springfield.
Hollywood Trash is brought to you by Western Mass Masons. Call them for all your foundation and chimney needs.
Somehow you still care about what's happening in Hollywood. So, from Tinseltown, 3,000 miles away, it's Steve Nagle's Hollywood Trash.
The Olivia Munn Miss Rachel feud sure escalated quickly and severely, and it was never even a feud. It all started when Olivia revealed to People magazine that she doesn't let her kids watch Miss Rachel's YouTube videos because they annoy her. When the media tried to make it a thing, Miss Rachel replied that the manufactured problem between them didn't matter and she was focusing her energy on advocating for the children suffering in Gaza. That's when Olivia started getting death threats from Miss Rachel fans, some of whom accused her of not caring about suffering children. It got so bad, Olivia and her husband John Mulaney both issued statements saying that she never meant to diss Miss Rachel or suffering / dying children. People even took the unusual step of removing the original article due to the, quote, violent threats that escalated towards the interview subject and her family. And yesterday, Miss Rachel posted a statement on Instagram saying, quote, please be kind to Olivia and her precious family. I don't believe in hate, attacks, or hurtful comments. She added that Olivia and I have been in touch and we've been both choosing kindness. What?
Man, this thing has spun so far out of control. I've barely slept.
What possesses somebody? You know, I see offensive things online all the time.
You generate a lot of offensive things online sometimes.
I don't know if I generate offensive things online, but there. Well, okay, I generate idiotic things online, and if people don't like it, they typically just scroll past it. But I don't also generate any kind of controversial topic either.
I tend to keep my outrage to myself.
But even the controversial topics that I see pop up, you know, it might stir something up in me. But I don't take the time to go, well, I'm gonna go dox this guy and I'm gonna take extra steps to make sure that my voice is heard.
Steve, because you're not so arrogant to believe that your opinion changes the world.
Well, because...
I mean, you're arrogant, but not to that point.
Opinion changing the world to... I mean, it's... You're behind a keyboard.
Yeah.
You're not... There's nothing... You're not like an activist. You're not like walking out in the street and...
Listen, if you post something online and I don't like your opinion, like you said, I just go to the next post. It's not that hard to do.
Yeah.
I don't have to agree with anybody. In fact, most of the times I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. But to the point where people are sending death threats to somebody.
Yeah.
Because they said, I find this woman annoying. Well, I find a lot of things annoying. Does that deserve a death threat?
I don't know, but keep your head low.
I guess so. There's nothing like a good breakup story. Here are some times a celebrity found out their partner was cheating in an unconventional way. Demi Moore learned Ashton Kutcher was having an affair in 2011 from a Google alert. When she called him on it, he admitted it right away. Her response was, "Are you effing kidding me?" Britney Spears started dating lawyer David Lucato in 2012, but in 2014, her father found out there was a paparazzi footage of David kissing another woman. He bought it to prevent it from being released, and Britney broke it off.
Ah, boy.
Kourtney Kardashian dumped Scott Disick in 2008 after finding texts on his phone from a contact called, quote, my wife. They did an on and off thing until 2015 when photos emerged of Scott with another woman in France.
Oh, my God.
That's seemingly a stupid contact to make.
Because he's a big Disick. That's his problem.
Wouldn't you make it like your buddy?
But even still.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're gonna be sneaky like that, why would you name it your wife? She's gonna see that eventually.
Yeah, or
she did,
or do the smart thing and don't get involved.
Well, but I'm going beyond. Listen, I'm taking the side of the people that have already decided to do something nefarious. At least cover your tracks better.
Yeah, he didn't do any of that.
Yeah.
None of these people have done it.
Laura Dern found out Billy Bob Thornton was being unfaithful when the news broke that he had eloped with Angelina Jolie in 2000. Well, that was a hell of a way to find out. Eva Longoria's marriage to NBA star Tony Parker ended in 2010 after she found inappropriate text with another woman on his phone. These aren't like, mind-blowing ones. I mean, the Ashton Kutcher thing.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
A Google alert.
Imagine that, an NBA player sleeping with many, many women as he travels all across the country playing basketball. I find that very hard to imagine.
Wilt Chamberlain did it.
20,000 times.
Right. This one's ancient history, but it was huge tabloid story back in the day. In 1958, Debbie Reynolds was missing her husband, Eddie Fisher, because he was supposedly away on tour. So she decided to give her friend Elizabeth Taylor a call, and guess who answered Liz's phone?
Eddie Fisher.
Eddie Fisher. See? This has been going on since the dawn of time.
Honestly.
Megan Fox got a manicure the other day, and her new nails have an X-rated inspiration. They're bright pink, and they appear to have metal studs going through them. Megan's nail artist, Brittany Boyce, says, quote, I wanted to give her something new without going overboard. It's the perfect mix of cute and cool for the summer. We switched her usual almond shape to a medium coffin just to change the vibe up a bit. The two-tone pink aura keeps it soft, and the double chrome studs give it that Prince Albert edge. For those of you who are unaware, a Prince Albert is a member piercing.
Yes.
So she's got Prince Alberts on her fingers.
So she literally could have Prince Albert in the can.
Actually, yes. She's probably put Prince Albert in the can. I'm sorry, do you have Prince Albert in your can? Did you put Prince Albert in your can?
Well, you better let him out.
Pope Leo is distant related to several celebrities thanks to a Canadian ancestor. They are Justin Bieber, Justin Trudeau, Angelina Jolie, Hillary Clinton, Jack Kerouac, and Madonna. What a hell of a family tree that is. Yeah.
All right, well, there you go.
I guess so. Let's see. Kim Kardashian broke the internet again after posting a behind-the-scenes clip of her getting a spray tan where the sun don't shine.
Really?
Yeah, claiming she prefers a full body glow for legal reasons.
She must have had something to say.
Oh, my God, the last time I got sprayed like that, Ray J turned my cheeks into a Jackson Pollock and power washed my pop socket in that sex tape you can purchase on YouPorn for $39.95.
Caitlin?
Well, I never went that down and dirty with your mother, Chris Kim, but I did give her a little tan on the half shell after a weekend in Cabo with nothing but a loofah and bad judgment. She said, don't miss a spot, and I said, not even the DMV, sweetheart, so I sprayed her bumper till it looked like a butterscotch omelet.
What are you trying to say?
You ever have a butterscotch omelet?
No, I try to keep my Werther's Originals away from my eggs.
What I'm trying to say is we went from pastry to pastry real quick. I could have frosted her for a bake sale. And yes, I airbrushed that taint like I was touching up a prom backdrop. She left glowing and legally ineligible for indoor seating. And that is your Hollywood trash on Rock 102.
With Bax's View from the Couch, brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware, your grilling destination. Weber, Big Green Egg, Uni Pizza Ovens, and Traeger Wood-Fired Grills.
Hey, good morning, sports fans. How the heck are you? Hey, remember that guy, Tom Brady? I barely have some recollections of the guy. You see, Tom Brady used to be the starting quarterback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. In fact, he won the Super Bowl with those guys that year, beating Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs 31-9. It wasn't even close. Boy, that was an exciting game. Now, I don't know if you were aware of this, but apparently that was the 7th Super Bowl championship of his career. It's true. In fact, he won 6 other championships while playing somewhere else. Now, you'll have to excuse me for not taking the time to research where those other Super Bowl championships were played from. All I can tell you is that on August 8th, the New England Patriots will be hosting an unveiling of a new Tom Brady statue, one that will celebrate his legendary accomplishments. And the whole thing will happen just before their big preseason matchup against the Washington Commanders. Of course, this announcement came yesterday on Tom Brady Day, the 12th of June. Now, bear with me here. June 12th represents the 6 championships won by number 12, which, and I don't know if you were aware of this, happened to be Tom Brady's jersey number when he played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Exciting, huh? You bet. Tom Brady was the greatest quarterback in NFL history. 7 championships, a 5-time Super Bowl MVP, the league's all-time leader in passing yards, touchdown passes, career wins, and completions. And now he's getting a statue, one that is very well deserved. Whereas after 30 years on the job, I got a bathroom named after me. Now, not to compare apples and oranges here, but I think if you ran the numbers, you might find that I racked up a few more completions in that bathroom than Tom Brady ever did in a football field, and yet he's the one who's being treated like a hero. But hey, enough of my yapping. Sports brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware. You want to do something nice for Dad? Tell him to pick a room and you'll paint it. Together. Quality time together, right? Paint's on sale at Rocky's. Benjamin Moore Interior Paint, the really good stuff, 20% off at your neighborhood Rocky's Ace Hardware. I'm Bax. That's my view from the couch. Do Springfield's classic rock. It's 6:15 and Stevie Nicks of Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
It is going to be cloudy today with a high of 78. Tomorrow, some rain showers with a high of 65. It is 60 right now in downtown Springfield. We got there's a lot going on this weekend and all next week and
into the following week.
Into the following week. June's a busy month.
Yes, it is.
We got there's a $20 dinner and a comedy show next Thursday night.
Shut up! You don't say.
At the Shortstop Bar and Grill. Never heard of this before?
No, I'm like at the edge of my seat, blown away here.
And we will have Marty Caproni in here next week to talk all about that.
Marty Caproni too. Now, who is this?
He's this guy. I guess he's a comedian of some sorts. I'm not really sure.
See about that.
But also, the Rick's Place event is taking place next Saturday at the Vanish Valley Brewing. I just want to thank everybody for stepping up and donating raffle prizes and volunteering their time to make this event successful. Just a pre-thank you because there'll be lots of thank yous afterwards. But,
oh, yeah.
But it's really cool to watch people, chip in, help out people
I've said before, people in this area, as much as we complain about each other, where it's actually a very generous.
Oh, I can't stand half these people.
Man to man, I agree with you. Most of them are absolute jerks, but when it comes to being generous,
right,
they step up. They
do.
They play along, and we both appreciate that.
And they do, and we absolutely do. Also, this weekend, the Pioneer Valley Community Band is happening up in Amherst. And we're going to be talking with the maestro.
Okay.
Coming up around 8:45. So we'll deal with that.
Not the judge, the maestro.
No.
Different
the
maestro.
actual maestro that leads this thing. It's one of these cool concepts, and my kids part of it this year. But we went and saw it a couple of years ago in South Hadley, where they basically they call all musicians. If you play an instrument, you could be part of this thing. And they have 2 practices, and then they put on this full concert on a Saturday afternoon, and it's very impressive. It's very impressive to see all these talented people who don't even regularly play, but yet
get together and
do it.
We had this guy on last year, and he talked about it.
I think it was 2 years ago.
Maybe it was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And we talked about it. And it was a really interesting idea.
Yeah, it was
really cool.
Yeah. So that's going on. I had to go to the Beckett yesterday.
Intentionally?
Yeah, I know. But I had to. It was only for a couple. I had to bring my kids somewhere, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm not going to drive all the way home because it's like 25, 30 minutes in the opposite direction of anywhere I would normally need to go.
Well, you want to also take advantage of all that Beckett has to offer too.
Right. So I decided, you know what? I'm gonna check out this Appalachian Trail that they got up there, right?
I'm sorry. What did you call it?
It's that big famous trail, the Appalachian Trail that's out in Beckett.
Steve, I believe it's called the Appalachian Trail.
Oh, is that how it's pronounced? I'm not really.
That's my understanding.
I've only seen that word written before, so I. But here's the thing. I obviously know I'm mispronouncing it. I'm doing it on purpose. It's stupid, and it's called comedy. And it's kind of funny when you hear somebody say something that's not supposed to be.
Right.
We always make fun of people who call Worcester, or any other name of a Leominster or Leo Minster.
Or Reading. Right. Yeah, sure.
Something like that. So it's kind of funny. So I've always, whenever I take the Mass Pike out to the Berkshires through to New York State, there's this footbridge that I've seen probably 1,000 times back and forth. And it says the Appalachian Trail in Beckett. And I said, I was like, I got to find this thing. And since I had a couple hours to kill yesterday, I'm like, let me just look on a map. And I downloaded this little app, this trail app thing called All Trails.
Okay.
And it shows you exactly where to walk and where to go. And I'm looking at the map, and I'm like, that's only like a quarter of a mile from the highway, from Route 20, to get to that, to I-90. And so I said, I'll pull off over on Route 20. They have a parking area on Route 20 out in Beckett where it's Appalachian Trail parking.
Okay.
And then I'm looking at the map, and I'm like, oh, let me go take it. And I'll make a video when I get up to the top of the thing. And it was actually pretty cool. You walk through the woods. There's all these bridges that were constructed by people over the years, walking through the trail. And it's really nice up there. The only thing that's really killing the vibe is the sound of I-90 going through this beautiful woodsy area.
That's the only thing that connects you to modern times. Otherwise, you're right in the middle of being a pioneer.
Right.
Yeah.
So I said, I'm gonna go walk up on this footbridge. So I get up on the footbridge, and then I make a stupid video because we have to put out these videos every day. So I said, here I am at the Appalachian Trail in Beckett, Massachusetts. Right.
Yes.
And I'm doing it so seriously. And I said, if you don't know about what's going on around here, the Appalachian Trail, when Johnny Appleseed was planting all his trees all over the place, there was a nearby chia pet farm that he had. and I end the video by saying, if you don't know your Massachusetts history, are you really from here? And most people that know me are like, he's just being his douchey self. He's just being
that's who you are.
That's what I do. I do stupid things, and I get paid to do it, and which is cool. But there are people out there, especially now when you can hashtag things, and audiences start seeing something that may not know who you are.
Right.
There was so many comments on that video on TikTok going, who is this clown? Where are you even from? And one guy's like, you've been by it 1,000 times, but you don't know how to pronounce it?
Well, there's no phonetic spelling on the sign.
I'm amused by how many people get so triggered at something. They don't even take the time to realize, hey, wait a minute, where is this account coming from? This isn't some I'm not billing myself as the History Channel or the, some kind of influencer that's supposed to be right about things.
See, I think it would be great if you did become like a TikTok historian, and every bit of history you give is absolutely wrong.
I was thinking about doing that. I'm like, you know what? If it creates this much of a buzz, I could go, stand downtown in Springfield by the Hall of Fame and be like, James Naismith invented basketball 10 years before they say he did, but there was no parking here in this space, so he's like, I'm not doing anything. I can't play basketball or anything until this whole thing is raised and they put up this giant boob with a spire at the top of it. Just have wrong information throughout the whole thing.
See, I think that would be terrific. Because first of all, most people don't know Massachusetts history anyway. So what would be the difference? And there are going to be some people that are just going to accuse you of being the biggest idiot in the world.
Well, especially since I have to spend some time out in the Berkshires now. I could do all these, wrong information about things. But as a comedy video, but people who don't realize it's a comedy video get really, really upset.
You should go to Jacob's Pillow with some Scotch Guard to make sure that the pillows don't get
make sure
stained.
the pillow doesn't get. Yeah. By the way, DuPont once danced here. This guy named DuPont, he spilled his red wine.
Right.
And he's like, well, how do I get it out of this pillow? And then all of a sudden, Stainmaster is everywhere.
If it weren't for Dow Chemicals, this wonderful place could not exist.
It's kind of like this thing we were doing yesterday with the movies. I thought that was hilarious. We're like, that Back to the Future was a good movie, except for all that time travel. If they had just taken that out, man, would have won an Oscar.
Pick a day. Pick one day and stay there.
Right.
It's 6:24 on Rock 102.
Bad water?
Just about 6:28 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Liam Neeson should have the full forecast for you.
Okay, good. Because I want to know what's coming up this weekend.
It's going to rain. I mean, he already said it was.
Well, we'll see about that.
Yeah, we will.
We got Dope and Line Friday coming up later on this morning. Make sure you are prepared for that. You know the rules. We'll go through them before we start, but that's coming up very, very soon.
All right.
Okay.
Are you ready to laugh?
I am.
All right. Here we go. Let's laugh.
It's Bax and Nagle's Joke of the Day
I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown. I amuse you.
on Rock 102,
I make you laugh.
Springfield's classic rock.
Well, this is the cleanest one I can tell.
Okay.
I called the tinnitus hotline yesterday.
Yeah.
No one answered. It just kept ringing and ringing and ringing and ringing. You get it? Because tinnitus
ringing in the
is
ear.
a condition
Yeah.
that makes it start the ringing in your ear. Too bad I couldn't tell the other one.
Thursday night comedy show and dinner.
There
$20.
you go. There you go.
Bax and Nagle in the morning on Rock 102, Springfield's classic rock.
Here's your Western Mass News.
6:32 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102. It's time for news, and it is brought to you by Big Y, your family market. Here's local radio icon Steve Nagle.
Oh, man. The annual Asparagus Festival has been canceled for this year. It was supposed to be last weekend. Hadley, known as the asparagus capital of the world, with many farmers producing the vegetable this spring, it has become a staple crop in Hadley due to its climate and soils because it can be found everywhere at once. Its nickname became Hadley grass.
All right, here's the silver lining.
Yeah.
Public restrooms in Hadley are going to smell tremendously much better as a result of this
You're not
cancellation.
going to get that stinky urine.
It's unbelievable how that works.
Unbelievable how quickly it works, too.
It's immediate.
Yeah.
Usually when you digest food, it takes a couple hours, but
No.
with the asparagus, ooh, gee, man.
The annual Aspergrass Festival, presented by New England Public Radio, was scheduled for Saturday, June 7th on the Hadley Town Common and was postponed due to weather conditions. On Monday, they announced to cancel the event this year, citing the costs and logistics of rescheduling.
Steve, I believe it's pronounced asparagus, not
I like
aspergrass.
saying Aspergrass.
Yeah, but it's not aspergrass. What do you think you're
Don't
on
you
the
eat Aspergrass all the time?
No, I don't eat it all the time. On occasion, maybe, but where are you getting this information? The Appalachian, how do you say it?
Hadelli, Massachusetts. Did you ever go to New Hadelli and Hadelli?
No.
South Hadelli?
No,
Yeah.
no, I've never been to a deli in that town.
The Aspergrass Festival is set to take place the first weekend of June 2026, which includes live music, a farmers and makers market, a beers and spears tent featuring local beers, and all the aspergrass you can eat. How much aspergrass can you shove in your mouth?
I don't know, Steve, but I'm pretty sure it's still
I
pronounced.
got a buddy who likes to eat aspergrass all day long. Fresh aspergrass can be found at farm stands and shelves in the area.
What's your favorite smelly vegetable story?
What's your favorite aspergrass in the mouth story? 291 was wild yesterday. A man wanted in connection with an armed robbery was arrested after striking multiple police cruisers on I-291. Springfield police spokesman Ryan Walsh said the suspect was wanted in connection with a robbery involving a firearm in the area of 1400 block of Main Street on May 31st. Officers received information on Thursday that the suspected vehicle was on Main Street and Chestnut Streets. In an attempt to pull the vehicle over, the driver refused to stop and crashed into two Springfield police cruisers and was eventually stopped on I-291. The driver and passenger were detained. The driver, a 42-year-old man, was taken to Bay State Medical Center for his injuries, and the passenger was released. An officer was taken to the hospital for their injuries, but has also since been released. Mass 511 reports that I-291 eastbound was closed in Springfield near exits 1 and 3, but has since reopened. Well, I would hope so.
By now, sure.
It's almost 24 hours later.
It's been like a whole day.
The suspect's name, charges, and booking photo will be released once they're booked at the Springfield Police Headquarters. Wow, their things are really slow down there, or they're just not updating the information as fast. Which one is it?
Could be either one. Hard to tell.
Let's see. Where's the lady? Here's the lady stealing. A Springfield woman was arrested on Wednesday for larceny at an Old Navy in South Windsor. The South Windsor Police Department states that 39-year-old Betzeta Rodriguez Garay of Springfield was identified as the suspect who stole $400 worth of merchandise at an Old Navy on Evergreen Way back in March. She was arrested on an active arrest warrant. Rodriguez Garay was processed and presented at Manchester Superior Court on Wednesday due to her already being in state custody on charges from other incidents. On May 27th, she was arrested after turning herself in for stealing $550 worth of merchandise at the same Old Navy back in April. Time to find a new store.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you love Old Navy's merchandise, but there's other places to go.
She was processed and released on a $500 surety bond. Oh, she saved $50.
That's right. Ultimately,
yeah,
she's almost even.
Hey, if you get $550 worth of material and you only have to pay $500 for it, that's a $50 savings right there.
So she's the head of the game.
Hey, listen, this is part of the Steve Nagle College of Criminal Knowledge. Make sure what you're stealing is worth more than the bond that is presented to you.
That way you don't feel like you've gotten screwed.
Yeah. Piles of trash. The Springfield police shared photos of 2 neighborhood ordnance sweeps that took place over the last week. On Thursday, the ordnance unit conducted a park and walk sweep in the South End and Lower Belmont Avenue area. That sounds dirty. Did you ever have a sweep in the South End in your Lower Belmont Avenue area?
Sometimes my Belmonts get dirty.
There were 37 ordnance citations, 7 parking tickets, 5 unregistered vehicles towed, and 17 citations issued by code enforcement. On Wednesday, June 4th, a sweep was conducted in the area of Putnam Circle, and police issued 75 ordnance citations, 9 parking tickets, and 2 towed vehicles. 43 citations were issued by code enforcement. Land maintenance is the responsibility of the homeowner. The ordinance is encouraging residents to follow the city's Good Neighbor Handbook to avoid code enforcement violations. They're showing these pictures, and it's just like crazy. The piles of trash being left, like outside places.
But you also don't know for sure, if like the house is being, cared for, if someone is infirmed inside. I mean, you can't just rush into some judgment and think, well, what's going on over there?
A lot of these places do look like they're like landlord owned.
Yeah,
and the landlord isn't keeping up with the property.
You know what I saw the other day? You want to talk about like cars being towed and stuff? I hadn't seen one of these things in a long time. I saw a car downtown that was
in your Lower Belmont Avenue area.
No, this was the more downtown than Belmont. It had the boot on it, on the wheel, on the tire. Haven't seen one of those in the longest time.
I don't know, man. I don't know if they're actually using those or because I know a guy who has one. And he puts it on his car when he goes and parks so they don't put the ticket on his car.
That's such a great idea. He can park anywhere.
Yeah.
Wow.
Where do you get one of those?
I really don't know.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen one of those, and I mean, I can't even remember the last time I saw a car with a boot on it.
Well, what kind of boot? A cowboy boot or?
No. It's like it's on the tire, and you can't drive it away because you have, for whatever reason, not claimed that vehicle. It just sits right there on the street.
I haven't seen one of those either. Usually they just throw the bunch of tickets right on the windshield.
Until they finally tow it away.
And take it away. And then you're over in a tow yard paying 3 times as much for the parking ticket just to get the car out.
It would almost be more cost-effective to pay for the registration and insurance for the car.
Why don't the tow yard just start opening up parking spaces? It's eventually going to end up there anyway.
Do like a park and ride.
Yeah.
So you do like a little bus shuttle to wherever you need to go.
I'm sure the tow truck drivers would love to shuttle people back and forth. On that flatbed, you get plenty of room back there.
Of course, why not?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's also a lot of tow truck companies that would love to charge people for their rides on a bus, too. Any revenue stream is good for them.
Yeah, now, let's say a bus breaks down. You got an interstate towing truck come and pick up the bus.
Yeah.
Do they all have to pay the fare, like double fare, when you're towing the people on the bus?
I don't think so. I don't think you have to.
I think they make the people get off the bus.
I don't know of any place that will tow a vehicle with someone inside of it.
State police will be conducting a sobriety checkpoint, or illegal search and seizure, as I like to call it.
Do we have the exact location of where that will be?
No, but it's probably somewhere in the 6 locations that they usually do it. Page Boulevard, Westfield, Route 202, Columbus Avenue.
Sure.
Where's the other ones? I don't know.
I'm trying to think, because they usually Page Boulevard and Columbus Avenue, the two of that I'm most used to.
Superintendent of the Mass State Police, Colonel Jeffrey Noble, states that the checkpoint will be held somewhere in Hampden County between tonight and tomorrow morning, June 14th. The checkpoints, it's Friday the 13th, by the way, so maybe that's a taboo for going out drinking.
Now you did it. Now you pointed it out.
The checkpoints are an effort to help educate drivers and yada, yada, yada. But this is the problem I've always had with these things. First of all, they're always in the same places. They're never, like, somewhere else. Like, surprise.
Yeah.
We're in a new location this time.
It would be nice to see them kind of mix it up a little bit.
Well, it's like the Spirit Halloweens of police operations. It's like, we're just popping this up right here.
Like, how about we do it on like side streets for a change? Rather than like your
because
Page
what it is?
Boulevards or Boston roads.
Because there's the state police, so it's all like state. It's all has to be jurisdiction under state roads. There's all these parameters that go along with how many, which is probably why it's convenient for them to do them in the same places. But I mean, if you really want to catch somebody, just go to that bar where all the state cops hang out afterwards.
It's like shooting fish in a barrel.
Yeah,
isn't it? Yeah, sure is. Boom, boom,
There
boom.
we go. You're coming with me. Or I'm coming with you? You mean you're coming with me? Your Pioneer Valley forecast today, it is going to be cloudy. With a high of, let's see, where do we go here? Cloudy with a high of 78. Tomorrow, rainy with a high of 65. It is 61 right now in downtown Springfield. I'm Steve Nagle, and that's the news on Rock 102. Oh, yeah.
Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 6:51, and the Allman Brothers with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Going to be cloudy with a high of 78. Tomorrow, rain with a high of 65. It is 61 right now in downtown Springfield.
So a couple of things real quick. First of all, this week on Baxi's Musical Podcast, my guest has been David Leaf, who has been a filmmaker and a biographer for Brian Wilson, who died earlier this week. His latest book, Smile, The Rise, Fall, and Resurrection of Brian Wilson, is a tremendous story, and you can hear that on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Spotify, and on the Rock 102 YouTube channel. Next week, my guest is Brian Small from the band The Hangmen, the legendary band from L.A. They've had a number of albums, but a really amazing story on how they got to this part in their career. Totally worth listening to. That's going to come up on Monday. You'll hear it, brought to you by Metro Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram at Chicopee, and Rock 102 Springfield's Classic Rock. The other thing I wanted to mention, and I didn't really find out about this until yesterday, Jim Vinnick, who spent over 20 years on Channel 40, died earlier this week. I believe it was on Tuesday. He spent years at Channel 40, spent years in the finance industry throughout Western Mass, and was also
Did a lot for the community.
a lot for the community. In fact, he was on the board of the Basketball Hall of Fame for years, spent like 60 years doing stuff for the Basketball Hall of Fame. So his services are coming up very, very soon, I believe next week. So Jim Vinnick, want to extend our condolences to his friends and family. I've known Jim for a very long time, and it's a very sad news to hear that he had passed on.
It's been a sad week. It's been a very sad week.
I'm telling you what, man, I feel like in many ways I've been kicked in the stomach a few times here. This has been a bad week for a lot of different reasons. So I know I'm not the only one feeling that way.
Well, what better way to express your grief than by going to the big grief party we're having next Saturday at Vanish Valley Brewing out in Ludlow for Rick's place.
You're absolutely right, Steve.
know?
That's the way to turn this frown upside down.
Well, it's a time to celebrate. You know, it's not like a sad funeral party.
no,
It's not like a wake you're going to. It's fun.
You wouldn't invite Boomer from the Thunderbirds if you're out with their case.
No, well, think about it. Everybody deals with grief at some point in their life.
Sure.
This is a way to celebrate that. By people who help people get through and navigate that kind of grief. That's all going down next weekend at Vanish Valley Brewing at Ludlow. Tickets are only $10.21, and kids are free. 12 and under, free.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Kids are free?
12 and under are free. Yeah.
Wow, I got to get 12 kids right away.
I know. How do you do that?
I don't know.
Where can you round them up? We should get that tow truck to see if they want to tow a bus full of PVC.
But I have to bring 12 kids in order to get them in free, right? That's it. That how it does?
Bring your kid. The $10.21. Listen, every $10.21 you spend on a ticket gets you 5 free raffle tickets.
Oh,
and there's more raffle tickets to buy, but if you don't want to pay for your kid, you don't have to. The whole idea is for families to have fun and all that stuff.
If I didn't have to get 12 kids to join me, I'll tell you what, this sounds like a hell of a time.
Nobody's looking to break the bank on anybody. You want to come out, have a good time with your. Listen, if you go to a place like Billy B's or something like that, you know how much that cost you?
Oh, I know.
That'll cost you at least $100 for the day. This, $10. Let's say you're a single parent. You come with 3 kids, 5 kids.
Well, they're not going to get it for free unless you bring a few more.
Depending on how active you were, you got 5 kids with you. You only got to pay for one of them. You pay for yourself. It's worth it. It's totally worth it. Yeah.
I don't know why anyone would say, I don't have the time or gumption to go.
I don't know why anybody would say
right there at Vanish Valley in Ludlow is a great place to hang out.
Right.
Rain or shine, everything's under a tent.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It's going to be a good day.
Well, that's great, Steve. And how would one purchase tickets if they were inclined to go?
You go to this website. Did you know we have a website?
Here?
Rock102.com.
I was not aware of that.
And you click the link and you buy the tickets there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, very good.
Pretty neat.
It sure is, Steve.
And by the way, happy birthday to the Hawkman's mom, because if I don't mention that, I'm probably going to not hear about it for the rest. She's the real, strength behind the Hawkman. She's the wind beneath the Hawkman's wings.
Oh, I see what you did there.
The Hawkman mom, Marcy.
Yes. Yeah, no, she's a very nice lady.
No, she literally, she stands behind him and that's how the wheelchair moves. Everybody thinks it's done by battery. It's not.
She's got powerful lungs, that woman.
She does.
She really takes a big breath and it all comes out.
So happy birthday.
It's 6:56 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
And now, Bax's View from the Couch, brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware, your grilling destination. Weber, Big Green Egg, Uni Pizza Ovens, and Traeger wood-fired grills.
Hey, good morning, sports fans. How the heck are you, folks? I don't want anyone to take this the wrong way, but there's a chance that former Patriot wide receiver Antonio Brown might be somewhat of a jerk. Listen, I try not to judge, but when you've been accused of things like multiple counts of indecent exposure, sexual assaults, domestic violence, throwing furniture out of a 14th floor window, failure to pay child support, multiple charges of burglary, attacking a truck driver from a moving company, and countless charges of criminal mischief, then you begin to notice that there seems to be a pattern beginning to develop here, and it's only getting worse. Yesterday, an arrest warrant was issued by police in Miami, Florida for Antonio Brown on attempted murder charges. According to the warrant, Antonio is wanted for firing a gun following a celebrity boxing event. Now, at the time of the incident, Antonio posted on social media that he had been allegedly jumped by several individuals who were trying to steal his jewelry. He also claimed that he was nothing more than an innocent victim, being sure to point out that he was not the one arrested that night. Of course, that fails to address the gunshots that were heard on the video that was posted on Instagram. Nevertheless, the warrant for his arrest is calling for Antonio to post $10,000 bond and remain on house arrest until his trial. That request might be hard to do, since just last year he filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection, in which he owed $2.9 million to 8 different creditors. Again, I hate to be judgmental because I know we live in a society in which each of us is granted the constitutional protection of being innocent until proven guilty. But when you spend a better part of the last decade acting like the biggest jackass in sports, then it might be tough to find a witness who will vouch for your character and say, oh, it's all a big misunderstanding. The good news is that Antonio Brown hasn't killed anybody yet. The bad news is he's done just about everything else, and that might be a problem. But hey, enough of my yapping. Sports brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware. How many power tools are on sale at Rocky's? I'm looking at the sales flyer online, and I'm losing count. Milwaukee, DeWalt, Craftsman. See the flyer online or pick one up at the store. What's on sale at Rocky's? Power tools. You know, dead tools. Available now at Rocky's Ace Hardware. I'm Bax. That's my view from the couch. Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock. It's just about 7-11, and Van Halen with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
It is going to be cloudy today. Hang on. I changed my password again. I had to, redo the password.
Oh, yeah.
And I have to keep remembering what the password is. So now I log into the computer.
A couple months ago, I did that. And I changed the password.
Yeah.
And I forgot it within 15 seconds.
Doesn't you hate that? Especially with the parameters we have to put in for this thing. It's like, make sure you're using non-repeating numbers and capital letters, and make sure you put your third-grade art teacher's name in there. 18 characters, 6 numbers, and 1 symbol. Anyway, cloudy with a high of 78. Tomorrow, rainy with a high of 65. It is 62 in downtown Springfield.
And now, live from the Richard Grieco Studios in East Long Meadow, Massachusetts, it's Open Live Friday!
293-1021. That's the number for Open Line Friday. Let's, if we may, establish the rules. No foul language, no hate speech, try not to act like a dink, and get it out in 30 seconds. We're timing you.
Some guy suggested we ask what your favorite Brian Wilson tune was, or your...
Yeah, but you got to do it in the right wording.
What do you
What's your favorite Brian Wilson or Sly Stone song?
What's your favorite dead legendary rock star piece?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to hold people to that, but yeah, you can feel like you can participate.
If you want to throw it, you can throw it in.
Okay, the phones are blowing up here.
I gotta get the timer ready. All
Rock 102, good morning, who's this?
Hey, it's George from Agawam.
Hey, George.
Bax on your view from the couch, you ran through Antonio Brown's misconduct.
Yes.
And just to see if I wanted to get some background on him, I was just reading his Wikipedia, and he played 12 seasons in the NFL, and but towards the end of his career, he had more rough encounters with the law enforcement due to his behavior and his actions. And the only thing I can think of is CTE. And look, it's not excusing him at all for any of this, but it might be the reason why he's having all these issues.
George, I don't think there's any question about it. And even he has said, in certain instances, my CTE is acting up again. So he's aware that he's got some serious problems, but we're out of time.
You down with CTE? Yeah, you know me.
Thank you, George. All right, there you go. Rock 102. Good morning. Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
This is Eric the Tire Guy.
Eric the Tire Guy. You got 30 seconds. What's up?
All right, this is what I got prepared. Hey, good morning, Rock 102 listeners. How the heck are you? This is all I got prepared, so enough of my yapping. And it's brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware. And that's all I got to say. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. See, you got it all in there.
Just in the nick of time.
Summary of the show.
Okay. Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
Mike Jones. Love you guys.
I love you. Okay. Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
Hannah.
Kenna?
Hannah. What's going on, Hannah?
Hey, Karen Reed, guilty or not guilty?
I'm leaning towards the guilty side, but I mean, that's my personal opinion. I don't know if that's going to happen, though, because of all this gobbledygook they've been throwing out there.
I say not guilty. She'll beat it again. And she'll be running over guys in no time.
Or it'll be a hung jury again. Hey, listen, we did it with Cara Rintala 4 times. We could do it with Karen Reed.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
For that.
Yeah.
I mean, the state has so much money, we might as well keep spending it.
That's right.
All right. Well, there you go.
Appreciate the call. Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
Hey, Bax, this is Billy Bob. Steve, how are you today?
Good, Billy Bob. What's up?
What's up?
Hey, I just want to know, Steve, I saw you guys on Facebook the other day about that tinfoil. Did you find out who the culprit was on that tinfoil that screwed it all up?
No idea who did that. It looked like a raccoon had got into the drawer upstairs in the break room and just started peeling the tinfoil. Somebody messed it up. It was multiple people, obviously.
Oh, yeah. But, you know what? At some point, you just got to say, this is not going to work. Let's throw it away.
Right.
I think, you know who I think it was? I think it was Pat Kelly. That's who I think it was.
Most of our problems stem from Pat Kelly, yes.
Yeah. Okay, guys. You guys have a great weekend and keep up the good work. We appreciate it.
You too,
down
Billy
there.
Bob.
Billy
Get
Bob.
off the phone.
Rock 102. Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
Harry Balsacchi.
Harry Balsacchi.
You guys might be too young, but I don't know if you remember back in 1979, the Beach Boys had that song "Barbara Ian," and it's ironic that their guy died this week, but they changed that song to "Bomb Iran," and it was on all the radio stations back during the hostage crisis.
Yeah, you know, I hear what you're saying, but the name of the song is actually Barbara Ann.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they had changed it on the radio stations to "Bomb Iran."
No,
I don't know if you guys remember that.
No.
I think I wrote that one back in 1982.
Thanks for the call. Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
Donald Trump. How you doing?
Good, Donald. What's going on?
There you go. Nothing else to
Does
say.
anybody hang out there?
Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
Garth from Glastonbury.
Okay, what can we do for you?
What we got going on?
I was just wondering, did Bax ever interview Brian Wilson over the years?
No, never had a chance to interview. Well, I take that back. Had a chance to, couldn't execute the scheduling of it. So, no, unfortunately, didn't happen.
But he did interview Al Jardine and asked him all about Brian Wilson.
And also,
not one question about Al Jardine.
Same thing with Mike Love, too.
Okay. All right.
All right. Well, right under 30 seconds.
Okay, all right. Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
Hello. All right. Move on.
Okay. Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
Mike Jones. Got you again.
All right. Boy, you are a caution. Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
Hey, it's the Hawkman.
Hey,
Hawkman.
Hawkman. What's going on?
Hey, thank you guys for the shout out for my mom this morning for her birthday.
Well, it was the least we could do. We knew you'd call and rub it in again.
Yeah, we knew that you'd be relentless in calling over and over and over again until we did it.
Not me.
Yeah, no, you. Absolutely you.
Oh, guys, is there a dinner in the comedy show I can take my mother to, say, next Thursday in the Westfield?
Yes. Next Thursday, the 19th, at the Shortstop Bar and Grill. Tickets are only $20.
Now, how about, say, some kind of big party on a Saturday?
Yeah, there's the Rick's Place party next weekend at Vanish Valley Brewing out in Ludlow on the 21st.
We're gonna roll out of time, Hawk, man. I hate to do that to you. Have a
go.
happy birthday to your mom. Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
Star.
Okay, what can we do for you today?
I just want to give a shout out to my dad, David Murphy, at Snow's Garage in Warren.
Okay.
Nice. Okay.
You just
That's all.
did?
Have a great.
All right. Well, there you
All
go.
right. Well,
That's
there you
all
go.
she wanted to do. Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
My name is Matt. I'm living in Westfield, man.
All right, man. What's going on?
Dude, I'm kind of being held captive by a girl that my friend likes. She's cute enough to be my friend too, but I'm not really sure how to handle the situation. You got any advice?
What are we giving dating advice now?
Yeah, I am.
Don't hang up on the guy.
I gotta turn to you. This is how bad it gets.
So what's the situation?
Situation is she's not a bad person, but it's not someone I want to be with. But I don't know how to tell my friend.
You don't want to be with her?
Nah, definitely not.
But she wants to be with you?
Yeah.
And you want her to be with your friend?
Yeah, and he wants that too.
Well, solve this whole thing with a threesome.
Oh, for crying! That's the worst advice I've ever heard.
Yeah.
The worst.
All right.
Well, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Turns
You
out
ever
we're
heard
all out of time.
The devil's triangle, my friend?
Oh, dude, it's so dangerous.
Yeah. You ever see those rotisserie chickens at Costco roasting on the spit?
Yeah,
that could be your life.
That's not going to work.
I love you guys. You're the best. Thank you so much.
Love
Well,
you.
there you go.
All right. Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
This is Daniel from Springfield.
Hey,
Daniel, my brother. You're a little bit older than me,
Let
right?
you know that I listen to you every single day, and you're doing a great job. And keep up the great work.
Thank you, Daniel. We appreciate it. You have yourself a good weekend.
Yeah, you too. Thank you.
All right. Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
This is John from Squatchachusetts.
Hi, John from Squatchachusetts. What's going on?
What's going on, man? I just want to let you know, no Bigfoot sightings lately.
No Bigfoot sightings today. Well, I appreciate that.
Oh, there's always time. Still the weekend. Thanks for the call.
Yeah, the Yankees.
Appreciate it. Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
Hello.
Okay. Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
Got him, Mike Jones again.
Hey, get a clue it, will you?
Rock 102. Good morning.
Hey guys, how are you? This is Robin from Chicopee.
Hi, Robin from Chicopee.
So, I wanted to say good morning, but Bax, I won't mention the name of the place, but I saw you last Saturday at the animal ER, and I'm just was wondering if your dog or cat is okay.
Oh, thank you for asking. Actually, Lou has made a spectacular comeback. He's doing pretty good.
Is Lou a dog or a cat?
Lou is he's 80 pounds a dog.
Lou. Okay, well, in case you and your wife were going through it, I didn't want to approach you and say hi or anything, so I was just wondering if he was okay, so I'm glad to hear that.
No, he's doing fine, and if you ever see us ever again, don't hesitate. You can always say hi.
Well, but unless you're going, let's say you got to go, it's the final moment. She's very respectful.
No, I agree, but I think if you saw us there, you probably saw us watching Full House like everybody else in the waiting room.
Yeah, well, I run a cat rescue and adoption organization, and I was there with a foster home with a kitten. So I was waiting to go into a room, but I saw you guys, and I thought, I'd like to say hi, but maybe that's not the best idea.
Oh, okay. How's the cat?
We're good. Everyone's good.
There you go.
Get a lot of adoptions. Have a great day, you guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Well, that's a very nice call. How about that?
Very
Yeah,
respectful.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you what.
How about that? We can end it on a high note.
Why not end it on a high note as opposed to take the risk of having Mike Jones call a fourth time?
Because who knows? Yeah, what is he doing there all day?
Doesn't he have things to deliver?
He could.
Anyhow, thanks to Linton Septic for their participation in today's Open Line Friday. We might just do this again next hour.
All right, we might. Just might.
Bax and Nagle on Rock 102. It's 7:25 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Liam Neeson has the full forecast for you.
Hey, starting on Monday, this is pretty exciting. If you go to the Shop 30 store, rock102.com, you can buy into the Rock 102 Wine Passport. That starts on Monday. You get $150 value for only $75 to enjoy a number of the area's best vineyards, like Mineral Hills Winery, the Winery House and Vineyard, Hardwick Vineyard and Winery. Again, $150 value for $75. Can't beat that. That'll be on the Shop 30 store at rock102.com starting on Monday.
Well, I want to go to a winery.
Yeah, that's
Isn't
different.
that kind of wine pass?
Not that kind of wine.
No, I want to get a tasting and a flight.
It's really not that kind of wine, Steve. It's more like the.
But I want.
I know what you want. These are more like potent potables.
We should call it the Caillou Pass. I want wine too. Have you seen this chick on TikTok with the Caillou videos?
You were telling me about it.
She is absolutely hilarious. And again, with the TikTok, there's a lot of creators being suppressed for some reason.
Right.
And they're being, it's almost like TikTok doesn't want you to make any money off of
imagine
videos.
that.
This chick garnered like thousands and thousands of views and was doing pretty popular, and then somebody flagged her videos. It's the same thing that's happening to me right now. I'm not allowed to send messages through TikTok right now because I wrote a couple of different things on TikTok that has flagged me, which is a little too sensitive for their AI bots, but whatever. But this girl, she's doing these. She does the voice so well, and now she's starting to narrate the cartoons with her own narration.
Right.
She was doing just
so she
her own.
she getting flagged like a copyright thing?
I don't think it's a copyright thing. She's getting flagged. It's just people who are jerks that just want to ruin something, so they flag something and then and then it gets removed.
I gotta tell you, I don't understand this algorithm thing at all. I did a hilarious video the other day about a Ozempic penis.
Yeah. You got what, 4 views?
You got like 4 views. Like 2 days before, I got one that's got 5,000, and all of a sudden now 4.
But
because I think I used the word penis.
But I don't know. But here's the thing. I remember that Halsey video. I was at the Halsey show.
Yeah.
The one on the Rock 102 page got 11,000 views on it, which was crazy. But when you hashtag it and you're hashtagging something that's like a pop concert or something like that, there's obviously going to be people, whatever's trending, people are going to click on it. I duplicated the exact same video, put it on my account. I got like 300 views on it. I don't understand how it gets pushed out and who.
I don't know.
I think it's a scam.
You don't say.
Yeah, because they want you to buy a promotion. They want you to pay to promote your video.
You know, it's funny. When I was hashtagging my video, there's no existing hashtag for penis. It's almost as if there's nobody on TikTok who has one.
Because they can't allow that. And there's all these
It's
words
too
you
bad.
got to say. Like, remember we were doing the live videos in the studio? And I think that was part of the getting flagged thing, because we were talking about news. And you can't mention guns. You can't mention shootings. It's really
I think we also mentioned there was like a marijuana bust.
And you can't talk about drugs or alcohol and all this.
Well, what's the point of even being on TikTok if you can't talk about those kinds of things?
Right, but how many times have you been on that platform and seen things that are like, I can't believe this is even on this app? Like, you know, that somebody even allowed this. I don't know how those people get around that, whereas you and I do something and they're like, oh, you mentioned beer. We can't have that. If we did that winery thing, the little winery bit we just did, we'd probably get flagged and kicked off for that.
But if you see the same video shorts on YouTube, because they're all put on there too, those numbers are pretty strong. It's like they don't. How do you figure this
Honestly,
all out?
they ruined the whole platform back in January when they did that shutdown thing, and this whole idea that everything needs to be more wholesome and this religious crap that they're pushing through. It's like, oh, we can't have people talking about normal things that everybody does every day.
And yet, I'll be scrolling through videos for hours today because it's just what I do.
Yeah.
We got news next to Rock 102. 7:33 with Bax and Nagle and Rock 102. It's time for news brought to you by the law offices of Mark E. Salamone. Injured? Tell the insurance company that you mean business. Call 1-800-WIN-WIN-1. Here's local radio icon Steve Nagle.
Thanks, Bax. 2 Springfield police cruisers were struck and a suspect is in custody following a Thursday morning police chase. If anyone was driving on the eastbound side of I-291 near Exit 3 in Springfield between 8 and 9 a.m., some backups may have been experienced as a heavy police presence could also be seen. Could have also been seen. Could have also
have been seen.
Because is that what I... Wait a minute. I'm just trying to... Listen, I know I'm not the best writer in the world.
Writer.
Whatever. Reader.
Yeah.
Some backups may have been experienced, and a heavy police presence could have also been seen.
Could have been seen as well. Would have been a possibility. Oh, my God.
I don't know. Whatever these kids are on these days. What are they smoking over there at that Western Mass News?
I don't know.
Hadley Aspergrass?
Must be.
There was a call for a suspect involved in an armed robbery back on May 31st. Officers received information of a car that he was in. They spotted that car on Main Street, and they used and ended up on the highway on 291. They were able to stop the vehicle. The suspect crashed into 2 police cruisers. That's according to Springfield Police spokesperson Tim McGurk. Western Mass, that's a new one. I haven't heard
Tim
that one.
McGurk.
Tim McGurk.
Okay.
All right. Western Mass News received video from a viewer whose passenger was recording while they were driving on I-291 in Springfield during a police chase Thursday morning. In it, multiple cruisers could be seen blocking off the road, and what appeared to be the suspect could be seen running away from the scene on foot. He tried to get away after he was stopped, and that's when he rammed into the cruisers, Ryan Walsh added. We're told one suspect, the driver, was arrested while the passenger was taken into custody and later released. Walsh provided a little insight into the suspect's past. This suspect has a history of fleeing police, so he was trying to get out. He also has some warrants, and he was trying to get away, but our officers did a good job, and no one seriously got injured. I don't think Tim McGurk was the spokesperson. They misquoted that.
You think so?
It said Springfield Police spokesperson Tim McGurk, and then the rest of the story refers to Ryan Walsh. Who's this Tim McGurk guy?
I don't know.
Are you jerking my Tim McGurkin?
I don't know. I mean, are they doing like a tandem type of thing where
I don't know.
Ryan talks to some of them, but Tim McGurk talks to the rest of them?
Maybe it's his alter ego. Who are we talking to right now? Tim McGurk, police spokesperson. Who are we talking to now? Ryan Walsh.
Have you considered the underappreciated art of ventriloquism?
Could be. Maybe he's got a puppet.
He's got a puppet on his lap.
He's got like a little police officer puppet.
Hey, Tim, why don't you tell the good people of the local press what's going on in the story? Okay, Ryan.
The suspect tried to get away. Womp womp.
He has a history of running away from police officers.
Oh, wow. You should have seen the TikTok video that was sent to us by a viewer. We got it from the Report It feature over at our friends at 22 News.
Yeah, I know Ryan a little bit. I don't know him well enough to know whether he likes ventriloquism. I mean, it is kind of a dying art. It would be nice to see ventriloquism weasel its way into police work.
What's that guy's name that does the ventriloquist stuff? What's his name? I can't remember his name of it. The famous guy.
The famous guy.
Yeah.
It could be... it could be Edgar Bergen.
No. The guy who tours all over the country with the old man doll.
Jeff Dunham.
Jeff Dunham.
Yeah.
Ryan Walsh is the new Jeff Dunham for the area.
He's got a suspect on a stick.
Yeah, he's got Tim McGurk, the police officer. Officer McGurk, what did you see out there?
It was crazy. We saw police cars and a suspect running away.
Yeah, he's got the man in the holding cell. Side-eye.
See, here's the thing. We're doing this on the radio, and I'm doing hand gestures over here like I'm actually holding the puppet. Nobody can see me.
No, I can see it. You're doing this for me. You're doing it for the benefit of me. Because if you didn't do it, I would think he must be crazy. He's talking in two different voices.
All right, McGurk, what's up your sleeves today?
We're going to have a hell of a good time. Who wants to hear about crime in the city of Springfield?
That would make those press conferences way more interesting.
You know what?
Ryan Walsh walks out with a police officer doll.
Yeah.
Officer McGurk. Because it does sound like it's a made-up character, doesn't it? It's Officer McGurk.
Yes. He's, I'd love to know whether he's into puppetry.
Well, it beats Ryan Walsh being held by the strings by Mayor Dom Dom all these years.
Yes.
Now listen, you little puppet. I'm going to tell you what to say, and you're going to say it.
I've written a statement myself, and you will say it word for word.
A Holyoke man has been arrested in connection to a shooting on May 26. Officers said they found a man with non-life-threatening injuries or with a non-life-threatening gunshot wound in the area of Race and Dwight Streets around 6:15 p.m., that though the shooting took place in the area of West and Mosier Streets. After identifying the suspect as 33-year-old Victor Manuel Pereira, officers were able to get a warrant and arrested him around 1 p.m. Wednesday at an apartment on Spring Street in Springfield. What do you think about that, Officer McGurk?
Oh, he tried to get away, but we got him.
You're still doing the hand puppet.
Yeah, I am. Well, I have to.
Yeah, you don't have to. I get it. You don't do it
maybe,
for my
maybe
account.
I'm going to do this on stage one of these days. I got to practice here in the studio.
Right. Okay.
You know?
All right. Take that back.
You don't think so?
No, I think it'd be a great bit. Where would a person get a chance to see something like that?
$20 dinner and a comedy show at the Shortstop Bar and Grill next Thursday, June 19th.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
All right. Someone asked the internet, what joke will your dad just not let go of? This is for Father's Day.
My dad's not really a joke teller.
No?
No. He's more of a kind of a homespun yarn teller. I mean, he'll tell you a story, but he ain't going to tell you a joke.
I used to wear that shirt they used to make my kids cringe. Hi, hungry. I'm Dad.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah,
say, Dad, I'm hungry.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Oh, man.
That's great stuff.
Here's one. If anyone says, I have a question, my dad always responds, does it involve a woodchuck?
Oh, yeah.
Do you have holes in your socks? No. Then how do you put them on?
Great stuff.
Anytime someone says, see you later, my dad says, thanks for the warning.
Yes.
Number 4. Every time I ask where one of my brothers is, he responds, oh, crap, I forgot him. And they won't tell me where they actually are every single time.
Hilarious, right?
Hey.
That's the kind of stuff that you expect.
How about, Dad, can you make me breakfast? Abracadabra, your breakfast.
Classic.
When paying with a credit card, every time my dad says, hope it works. We just found it in the parking lot.
Yeah.
I'm more pissed off than a piano player in a marching band.
You see, because pianos don't normally play
in a marching
band.
Whenever a server comes by after a meal, do you want a box for the burger? No, but I'll wrestle you for the fries. Here's a New Year's Day joke. Happy New Year. Wow, I'm so tired I haven't slept all year.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Or the next day, time for a shower, kids. You haven't bathed all year.
Oh, man, it's so funny.
Whenever someone blows their nose, you think it's a cold, but it's snot. How many beans are in a can of beans? 239. If it were one more, it would be too farty. Someone said my dad is Chinese. Someone said my dad is Chinese, and anytime he shows someone how to do something easier, he called it ancient Chinese secret.
You see, these are the kinds of hilarious moments that a child never forgets, especially as we get so much closer to Father's Day.
When someone says they're going to take a shower, my dad's response is, be sure to put it back when you're done.
That's a good one.
And then one person said their dad is really cool, repeatedly using his naughty play on words. Is it a jacket on day or a jacket off day? See, that's the dad you want.
Yeah.
Well, I did that video the other day to promote Rick's Place, and I was saying Jack and his guitar, but it came out like Jack and his guitar. What else is he doing with the instrument, too?
I'll tell you
I don't
what,
know. Yeah.
That takes real talent.
That's a real talent.
Even Eddie Van Halen couldn't do that.
What does Officer McGurk have to say? Whoa, wow, just another humzinger coming out of the Springfield Police Department. I'm still doing the hand gestures over.
Now, that humzinger, was that part of that prostitution sting earlier this week?
Oh, it was an Operation John. I can't believe how many Johns there are in the city of Springfield. Your Pioneer Valley forecast today is going to be cloudy with a high of 78. Tomorrow, rainy with a high of 65. It's 62 right now in downtown Springfield. I'm Steve Nagle, and that's the news on Rock 102.
Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock at 7:49, and Queen with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
It is going to be cloudy today with a high of 78. Tomorrow, rainy with a high of 65. It is 62 right now in downtown Springfield.
Rock 102 presents the Classic Rock Summer now through Labor Day weekend. All you got to do is listen to Rock 102, and you can find out how to grab your share of the summer stash of prizes, including the $25 gift cards to Stored and Tavern that we'll be giving away every weekday, and it'll continue through Labor Day. And if you want to win, you just go to rock102.com and then listen to Pat Kelly every weekday afternoon. It's the Classic Rock Summer, brought to you by the Leah Auto Group, only on Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock.
Somebody wrote in on the Route 10 Tire listener line, you just made Tim McGuirk's life miserable. I don't know. Is it a real person?
I think it's a real person.
Yeah, but is it a person that works within the Springfield Police that they miss, that Western Mass News wrote the wrong person first?
Completely possible that they may have messed things up. But if Mr. McGuirk is feeling like he may have been singled out unnecessarily, I'm sure that Officer Bumbles or Officer Doodah, Trent Doodah, all the Doodah Day.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll be more than happy to walk you through this process.
Or even Droopy Monty, for that matter.
Oh, no, they got you too.
Somebody got another name. Who would you rather be at all? Listen, at least you're not Officer Bumbles.
Yeah, Officer
And he retired, so we don't even talk about him anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
At least there's that.
So, what else is going on? What are you doing for the weekend? Are you doing anything fun?
Well, it's Father's Day weekend. Mm-hmm. I'm going to visit my dad on Sunday, and so that'll be good.
I don't have a dad.
But you've got a lifetime of memories, Steve, and that should be good enough. What are you doing with your kids? Your kids doing anything special for you on Father's Day, or is every day Father's Day?
Hanging out with my kids? What are you insane? God, it's the last thing I want to do is hang out with those kids.
Nah, I got it.
No, we'll probably do so. Look, I'll do some grilling.
Oh,
I'm going to
good.
do some. I like using that smoker. And Father's Day will be the perfect day to do that. You go to throw a big hunk of meat on the grill and let it, go for hours.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe get some ice cream, something like that.
Nice.
Something relaxed. I don't need. My kids are like, "Hey, what do you want?" Oh, I don't want anything. I just want to just enjoy the day.
I said the other day, the best gift my kids can ever give me is the gift of their time. That would be more than enough for me.
Well, there's also this, the top things that people are Googling for Dad for Father's Day.
Right.
Grills is number one. Engraved cutting boards. Watches.
Yeah, okay.
Dartboards.
Dartboards? What the hell am I going to do with a dartboard?
I don't know. Watch cases. Tennis shoes. Swim trunks. Golf bags.
Yeah, okay.
Sunglasses. And personalized socks. Silly socks have become sort of the 2025 version of buying your dad a tie.
Yeah, I've gotten. Listen, I can always use socks, but that's not a present. If I want socks, I'll go and buy myself some socks. I don't need that as a gift. That's not.
Yeah,
that's not a tremendous gift.
They also looked at the top trending things to do for Father's Day. Car shows. There's lots of those going on throughout the weekend.
Yeah, there are.
And Sunday's supposed to be somewhat decent. So, as far as the weather has been going here in Massachusetts. Comedy shows. Well, you know what? You can buy your dad a ticket to a $20 dinner at a comedy. Hey, that's the perfect Father's Day.
Yeah, there you go.
$20 dinner at a comedy show at the Shortstop next Thursday. It could be Father's Day week.
You know what your father really wants? I'm talking to everybody here. Let's
you know what I really, really want?
Tell me what you want. What you really, really want.
I want a zig-a-zig but I also just want a day to relax.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. You really want to get Dad something special?
Yeah.
Leave him the hell alone and let him sleep for a day.
What is all that noise?
Right. Just be quiet.
And
let him enjoy his alone time, and don't bother him.
And turn the gosh darn lights off when you leave the room.
What am I heating the entire neighborhood?
Go-karts.
Go-karts.
Well, I mean, there's places that do go-karts. Aquariums. Listen, I enjoy a good aquarium, but not on Father's Day.
I don't want to drive all the way to Mystic on Father's Day or Boston.
Beer tastings.
Couldn't you just do that at home? You bring them like a 12-pack of PBRs and let them go to town.
That's the way my dad used to do it. It was Bud Heavies.
Yeah. That was his weapon of choice.
Brunch and massages. I'm not giving a grown man a massage. What do you do?
I don't need that. Brunch is fine, but you could literally drop off an express dozen at the house, and I'll be all right with that.
I'll take a massage. You want to give me a massage?
I don't.
And then I'll give you one?
I really don't.
Why not?
I don't really want to put my hands on you.
There's nothing weird about it. It's just two dudes offering each other massages. We can do it in a hotel room. In Schenectady.
All the more reason to feel wildly uncomfortable about that very prospect.
What's the worst hotel in Schenectady you've spent a night in that you've given another man a massage and ate pizza and wings with?
And watch basketball. Games, with no further explanation as to why this happened.
293-1021.
It's 7:56 on Rock 102.
And now, Bax's View from the Couch, brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware, your grilling destination. Weber, Big Green Egg, Uni Pizza Ovens, and Traeger wood-fired grills.
Hey, good morning, sports fans. How the heck are you? Hey, remember that guy, Tom Brady? I vaguely have some recollections of the guy. You see, Tom Brady used to be the starting quarterback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. In fact, he won the Super Bowl with those guys one year, beating Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs 31-9. It wasn't even close. Well, that was an exciting game. Now, I don't know if you were aware of this, but apparently that was the 7th Super Bowl championship of his career. It's true. In fact, he won 6 other championships while playing somewhere else. Now, you'll have to excuse me for not taking the time to research where those other Super Bowl championships came from. All I can tell you is that on August 8th, the New England Patriots will be holding an unveiling of a new Tom Brady statue, one that will celebrate his legendary accomplishments. And the whole thing will happen just before their big preseason matchup against the Washington Commanders. Of course, this announcement came on Tom Brady Day, the 12th of June. Now, bear with me on this. June 12th represents the 6 championships he won by number 12, which, I don't know if you're aware of this, happened to be Tom Brady's jersey number when he played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Pretty exciting, huh? You bet. Tom Brady was the greatest quarterback in NFL history. 7 championships, a 5-time Super Bowl MVP, the league's all-time leader in passing yards, touchdown passes, career wins, and completions. And now he's getting a statue, one that will be very well deserved. Whereas, after 30 years in the job, I got a bathroom named after me. Not to compare apples to oranges, but I think if you ran the numbers, you might find that I may have racked up a few more completions in that bathroom than Tom Brady ever did in a football field. And yet, he's the one who's being treated like a hero. But hey, enough of my yapping. Sports brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware. Hey, you want to do something nice for Dad? Tell him to pick a room, and you'll paint it together. Quality time with the old man, right? The paint's on sale, too, at Rocky's. Benjamin Moore Interior Paint. The really good stuff. 20% off right now at your neighborhood Rocky's Ace Hardware. I'm Bax. That's my view from the couch. Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock. It's a 10 journey with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
It's going to be cloudy today with a high of 78. Tomorrow, rainy with a high of 65. It is 62 in downtown Springfield.
And now, live from the Richard Grieco Studios in East Long Meadow, Massachusetts, it's Open Live Friday!
293-1021. That's the number for Open Line Friday, brought to you by Linton Septic. You can call us, give us crap. Linton Septic will pump it, because that's what they do. Now, there are rules, of course. No foul language, no hate speech.
And 30 seconds.
And try not to act like a dink. And yes, keep it to 30 seconds. Otherwise, you're out of here.
But we can cancel that offer at any time.
Oh, yeah. If you give us like 5 seconds of nonsense, I'm not waiting 30 seconds. Simple as that. Yeah, the phones are already flying off the shelves here, except that one
except for that one.
Had no patience at all. Here we go. Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
This is Baron.
Baron.
Last name Myas. So, Steve, I got another one for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
But first, do you want to stick with Phyllis Diller as your celebrity crush, or do you want to pick a different sexy lady?
Let's go with Rue McClanahan.
Ooh, hot.
Yeah. Ooh, so Rue McClanahan, you guys are dating, everything's going great. She gets along with your kids great. It looks like it's heading for marriage. And everything's good in the bedroom this time. There's no weirdness with Tom Petty or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But every month, when it's time for her cycle, instead of having a normal period, she turns into a werewolf and disappears for 4 or 5 days, comes back with bloody ripped clothes and no memory of what happened. You still marry her?
Yeah, you know why? Because she's already been through menopause. It's Rue McClanahan, for God's sakes. I'm a win-win situation here.
All right.
Yeah. Well, and I also believe she's dead, too.
Well, I mean, I was picturing her in her prime.
No, I got it. So you're thinking more like
I don't know what,
So you're thinking like more of a Maud era Rue McClanahan, right? Yeah. Okay, very
all right.
good.
Well,
there you go. Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
This is your favorite tire guy again, Eric.
Hey,
Eric, what's
tire
up?
guy. What's up?
You guys are talking about McGurk. Isn't that from like what is it, a Naked Gun or something like that?
No, but I believe there's a stadium in Amherst named after him.
I got a joke for you, real quick.
All right, hurry up.
Make it quick. You're running out of time.
Okay, 3 old ladies are sitting on a park bench, and a flasher came up and opened up his trench coat. First old lady, she had a stroke. Second old lady, she had a stroke. The third one couldn't reach that far.
Okay, you've reached your time limit. All right, 293-1021. Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
Hey, this is Billy Bob again. I want to give a shout out to my nephew, Christopher Rawson, and his dad down at the United States Postal Service. You guys have a great day, Bax and Steve. Happy Father's Day, my friends.
Thank you, Billy Bob. Appreciate it. Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
Hey, it's Eric. I got some plans for this Father's Day. You want to hear them?
Sure.
Yeah, cool. So, I'm going down to Mohegan. I'm going to get there early in the morning, start winning some money, and then at 9 o'clock, the spa opens up. I'm going to go into the spa, take a soak or something. Then I'm going to go back to the gaming tables, win some more money, and then I'll get my massage that I scheduled, and I'm staying away from the kids. Just staying away for the day until I get home, and then I'll get the presents later on.
That sounds like a good plan.
All right, well, thanks for taking up the whole 30 seconds.
I'm sorry, wrong thing. I meant that. Okay, thank you.
Well,
Rock 102. Rock 102, good morning. Rock 102, good morning. Who's this?
This is Victor Hogan.
What's up, Victor?
Victor, what's going on, buddy?
I want to wish both of you a restful Father's Day. And when my grandson pointed out that if it's possible, Dad can do it. But if it's impossible, Mom can do it. And I know, Steve, you are both the dad and the mom, and an icon, and a czar, and a ventriloquist, and a comedian, and the professor extraordinaire at the College of Criminal Knowledge, and you still have time to keep up with the Kardashians. I don't know how you do it.
He's a jack of all trades, isn't he?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Exactly. All right.
Jack off all trades.
All right.
Right?
Oh, we're all out of
About
time.
that. There you go.
Thank you, Victor. Have a good weekend.
Bye.
Okay.
Yeah, zing, zing.
Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
Hey, this is Vince the Bummer. I want to say hi to my friends at Blumpkin and Pills, and my own family doesn't want to see me after I get out of work. All righty.
All right. Well, there you go.
Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
Hey, good morning, boys. Happy Friday the 13th. It's Vince the Plumber.
Did you just hear
Did
the
you
guy
just
before
hear the
you?
guy that called you?
I know.
Yeah.
I heard, yeah.
Wow. Very good. What's up, Vince?
Well, I just wanted to say happy birthday to myself tomorrow. And let's see, I want to throw out that shout-out to Plimpton and Hills, my buddies over at FW Web, and Dan over at Eddie's Package, where you can get fine liquor and fine cigars.
See, I thought it was Blumpkin and Hills.
Nope,
Yeah,
not
that's what
at
I
all.
just heard.
No. All right,
All
well,
right.
hey,
Well,
you
thanks,
have yourself
Vince.
a
Yeah,
happy
happy
birthday,
birthday.
Vince.
Happy
Okay.
birthday. Hey,
There
bye.
you go. Okay, Rock 102. Good timing, you got to admit.
That was impeccable timing.
Couldn't have asked for better. Okay, here we go. Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
This is John.
from Enfield, Connecticut.
All right, John? What's up?
I was just saying, I heard the other day that Steve's got a farm-out tractor. I was wondering what kind of tractor he's got.
I don't know. It's one with a big tire on the back, and it's got a lot of rust on it. I don't know what it is. I don't know if there's model numbers or nothing.
Oh, because I work on a farm, and I have a farm-out tractor, and we have farm-out tractors. I was just curious to what kind it was.
It's an old one, and
an old one, yeah.
doesn't really move. It's more of a flower
you gonna fix
plant.
it and get it running?
Maybe someday. When I get a good paying radio job, maybe I'll do that.
Same. When I get a good paying farm job, I'll do that.
There you go.
All right.
All right.
All right, thanks for the call. All right, Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
Hey, it's Bruce. How you doing?
What's up, Bruce?
I got a dad joke for you.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. So this guy's at a funeral, and he asks the wife, he says, do you mind if I go up and say a word? And the wife says, sure, go ahead. So he walks up to the microphone and says one word, says bargain. And he walks down to the wife, shakes her hand, and she says, thank you, that meant a lot.
It meant a lot. Oh, man. Oh.
All right.
30 seconds.
Next time I'll say the...
Okay, Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
Hello.
Hello. Oh, I chickened out.
Why
All
do
right.
you bother?
I don't know. 293-1021. Here we go. Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
Good morning. Bad Joke Brian, back again for another round.
All right, Bad Joke Brian. Let's go.
All right, so we got three for you. We'll start with the one my nephew told me. What kind of snake is approximately 3.14 feet long?
Which one?
A python.
Ah,
Python.
3.14. Okay,
go.
number
Yes.
2. What's the difference between apathy and empathy?
What's the difference?
I don't know, and I don't care.
You see, you did the play on the word. Hurry up, we're going to let you finish it.
All right, what kind of nut is constantly sneezing?
What kind of nut is constantly sneezing?
Cashew!
Cashew.
I could listen to these jokes forever, but
Don't
you're all the
quit your
time.
day job.
Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
Hey, this is Greg from Springfield.
Hey, Greg, what's up?
Nothing. I'm just curious what do you guys think about this whole parade going on tomorrow for Trump in America?
The parade?
The parade?
Yeah, the military parade tomorrow.
I'm really not involved emotionally on this one. I mean, I don't care enough. That's a terrible thing to say, but I'm not involved.
There are cheaper ways to show everybody you have a small penis.
Yeah, there really are.
That's fair.
All right.
There you go. They just wanted other people's opinion.
Well, no, there you go. Appreciate it. Thanks for calling. Okay, let's get a few that might send us off on a good note here, okay?
All right.
All right, so 293-1021. Let's go. The lines are wide open.
I forgot about that military parade.
Yeah.
You were walking tanks down the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it is. I'll show you mine if you show me yours type of thing.
Yeah. Who's got the bigger one? Who's got the bigger tank? Us, North Korea.
All right. See, no one's calling now. Okay, well, here we go. We got one here. Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
Hi, good morning. My name's Nicole.
Hi, Nicole.
Hi. So, just to give you guys a heads up, teachers are free on Monday, most of us, so it's going to get wild. So be careful where you have lunch on Monday afternoon.
Yeah, it's a half day tomorrow. Why they're making you go for a half day, I cannot figure out. But yeah, it's going to be a little throwdown by Monday afternoon.
Yeah, so be careful, everyone.
Dollar readers at Applebee's.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, thank you. All right, one more here. Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
Good morning. This is Anna from Amherst.
Hey, Anna, what's up?
Anna, what's up?
I'm just calling to say I love listening to you guys in the morning. You make the morning commute so much fun, and happy Father's Day to both of you.
Oh, thank you very much. We appreciate that.
Have a great weekend.
You too.
All right, you too. All right, one more?
Yeah, sure.
What the heck?
Why not?
Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
This is Eric the Tire Guy again.
Eric the Tire Guy. Well, we'll have to take 2 more calls. Go ahead,
I
Eric.
want to give a shout out to Santarpio's Pizza. I'm going there for Father's Day, and hopefully it's going to be a rain day.
All right. I'm sure you're not going to get you a free one just because you mentioned them on the radio. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
This is Daniel calling again from
Daniel,
Springfield.
my brother. You're much older than me.
Yes. I just wanted to say Happy Father's Day to everybody that's a father, and I have a nice gift that where the children could give you like a gift, like take you out to dinner or give you movie passes to go to the movies for yourself.
We don't need that.
Well, I don't think he's giving them to us.
Oh, I thought he was offering it.
Oh, I don't think he's offering anything.
Oh, well,
were you offering?
No, it's just giving you a suggestion.
A
suggestion
to
do the thing.
Well, then you're off the hook then.
Yeah.
All right. Well, very good. Thank you very much for the call. Appreciate it.
Take another one.
One
It's
more.
Father's Day.
Rock 102. Oh, come on. Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
This is Truck Driver Stu.
Truck Driver Stu. What's going on, Truck Driver Stu?
Not much, brother. Hey, just got a joke for you.
All right, let's go, Truck Driver Stu.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Because...
All right, very good. Oh, I can't believe we're out of time. Otherwise, we'd probably have you figure out what the hell that was all about. I don't know.
Oh, hey. I would call that somewhat successful open line.
Yeah, somewhat. It's
worth every penny Limpton Septic has spent on this bit.
Absolutely. It's 8:24 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102. 8:34 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102. It's time for news. It's brought to you by Yankee Home Improvement. Consider a new walk-in shower for Dad for Father's Day and save 50% off installation all month long. Here's local radio icon Steve Nagle.
Thanks, Bax. 2 Springfield police cruisers were struck and a suspect is in custody following a Thursday morning police chase. If anyone was driving on the eastbound side of I-291 near Exit 3 in Springfield between 8 and 9 a.m., some backups may have been experienced and a heavy police presence could have also been seen.
Meaning what exactly?
You might have seen a heavy police presence if you were stuck in that traffic.
Or you might have fallen asleep and not noticed anything.
There was a call for a suspect involved in an armed robbery back on May 31st. Officers received information of a car that he was in. They spotted the car on Main Street, and they used it and ended up on the highway on 291. They were able to stop the vehicle. The suspect crashed into 2 police cruisers, said Springfield police spokesman Tim McGuirk. Which I just found out. This is the what happened. Tim McGuirk, is the spokesperson for the state police.
Oh,
and he's not the Springfield police spokesperson.
He's for the staties.
Yeah, so it's not a ventriloquist act as we suggested last hour, where Ryan Walsh is now having a little police officer puppet,
right,
doing all of the news. It was crazy. There were 2 police cruisers that were hit by a suspect. Wah, 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 wah.
By the way, we're still not convinced that that Ryan Walsh does not enjoy the lost art of puppetry.
There have been no arrests at this time. But I did get grounded for sneaking out of the evidence room. Wah, wah, wah. We're working closely with investigators. I told them to follow the clues, but no, they followed me to Dunkin' Donuts instead. At this point, we're asking the public for tips, preferably cash ones. I do weddings and birthday parties, too.
Here's some safety tips. Don't play with matches, kids.
Yeah. Well, now we're suggesting that the state police spokesperson, Tim McGuirk, is the ventriloquist dummy.
No, and you know what? We should take that back. You can't be a dummy and do that job.
No, that's Michael Proctor in the Karen Reed case. She's got a leaky balloon knot. I just saw that clip the other day too. They're showing the clips of the state police investigator.
Yeah.
And the defense attorney is asking, now, what is a leaky balloon knot? Well, that is part of the rectal area.
Now, could you explain to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury what a leather Cheerio might be?
And they're saying you were making fun of Miss Reed's medical. I don't know. She has IBS or something, right? And he's like, yeah, yes. In fact, I was.
Yes, that's what.
Can you imagine having to say that on the stand
under oath?
Under oath, because you have to now. You have to tell the truth, and it's obviously written in a digital form which can't be destroyed.
Now, I'm also sure that, if you suffered from any irritable bowel or spastic colon or anything of that sort, you really wouldn't want that out in the news.
Well,
but if it's the one
you were
thing,
talking about somebody like that.
right? But if this were the only thing you were holding on to save you from a lifetime of prison, then, okay, I guess I'll let that hang out there and you guys can chew on it for a little bit.
She's got no ass, but she's got a leaky balloon knot.
But that thing will come right back at you. Don't underestimate the power of what she's got going on back there.
What did Officer McGurk have to say? Oh, no, a leaky balloon knot can be caused from having 9 Tito's in one night.
I've had to put a lot of overtime in to research what that was.
Womp, 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 womp. The best part is we're going to have these guests that are talking about something that wouldn't normally fit within this motif of a show.
No, that's absolutely true.
Yeah. Well, that's what we do here.
We
try to have fun. The Aspergrass Festival in Hadley will not happen this year.
Steve, I believe it is pronounced asparagus.
I believe it's aspergrass, and it is in Hadley, Massachusetts.
Steve, I believe that's Hadley, Massachusetts.
Are you sure about that?
Asparagus is well known to grow very, very well in that climate.
Is there one in West Brookfield, too?
I am not aware of the West Brookfield Asparagus Festival.
Oh.
But what the heck?
Somebody was Googling that. Anyway, the annual Asparagus Festival presented by New England Public Radio has been canceled this year. Hadley is known as the Aspergrass capital of the world.
Asparagus.
With many farmers. Next thing you're going to tell me, Tim McGurk's the spokesman for the Springfield Police now.
He is.
No, he's not.
Oh, I'm sorry. For the state police.
With many farmers producing the vegetable this spring, it has become a staple crop in Hadley due to its climate and soils, and because it can be found everywhere at once, its nickname is Hadley grass.
Hadley grass.
The annual Aspergrass Festival. Have you ever eaten aspergrass?
I've eaten asparagus.
Yeah.
Lots of it.
The worst part is the dirt on the bottom of the aspergrass. You got to wash that off before you put it in your mouth.
Yeah, well, I tend to snap the bottom off.
Yeah. Anyway, this was supposed to be last weekend on the town common, but was postponed due to the heavy rains. On Monday, they announced to cancel the event entirely this year, citing the costs and logistics of rescheduling. I don't know why you couldn't have it outside during the rain, unless it's just because...
Is there no indoor space in Hadley?
Well, you'd think you'd have a backup plan.
I would think so.
How big is it? I've never been to it. Is it, huge?
I don't think I've ever been to it either.
It can't be that big.
Let's go next year.
Well, we're going to have to.
We'll have to keep our ears to New England Public Radio to find out what goes on.
Well, if you can't enjoy your asparagus. I believe it's aspergrass.
I believe you're wrong.
I think you don't know what you're talking about.
I don't think you know what you're talking
You
about.
can enjoy it next year. Today is Friday the 13th, and a poll of 80% of Americans said it's probably definitely not unlucky.
It's, I've never had bad luck on a Friday the 13th.
Yeah. I was born on a Friday the 13th.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would be, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Huh. Well,
I'm a lucky guy.
I'll say.
Yeah, a month has a Friday the 13th only if the month begins on a Sunday, and that's only happening once in 2025. The next Friday the 13th will be in February of next year.
Okay.
These are all uninteresting facts.
Thank you.
For what it's worth, a poll found that majority of Americans don't really care about the date today. When people were asked, do you think Friday the 13th is unlucky, 80% said probably or definitely not. Men are twice as likely to believe that Friday the 13th is unlucky. Maybe it's all those Jason movies.
Yeah, well, okay, so in that case, Friday the 13th was a bad day. But for the most part, most people don't even realize it's Friday the 13th until the end of the day. It's like, oh, yeah, today was Friday the 13th.
And by the way, Krispy Kreme has a promotion today only. Good thing we don't have one of those around here. Where customers can receive original dozen glazed donuts for 13 cents with the purchase of any dozen donut at a regular price. Oh, so you just pay $25 for the regular dozen of donuts, and you get one for 13 cents.
Not for nothing, and I'm happy to say this because there are no locations here locally.
Yeah.
I find Krispy Kremes to be the most overrated donut in the world.
They didn't used to be until they became taken over by a giant food corporation and then started getting mass-produced. Now they suck.
They feel wet to me. I don't like a wet donut.
I preferred it when it was fresh, when it was fresh Krispy Kremes.
Right.
And now they ruined it by making it commercialized and selling them in gas stations.
You know, last weekend we were at the animal hospital in West Springfield. We had a little bit of a time to kill because the dog was going to be undergoing tests.
Right.
So we went right up to donut dip.
Oh yeah.
My wife says, "Man, it's been so long since I've had a donut dip donut. I don't remember how good they taste." I'm like,
go wrong with that.
And we went in and we got a donut, like a dozen, and we ripped through them like it was nobody's business. And we just like, oh my God, what a difference!
Even whatever you think the worst tasting thing is, a donut dip is still way better than anything at a Krispy Kreme.
Without question.
Yeah.
Without question. But yet, if you go to, like, say, a Krispy Kreme location, you'll see a line of people that act like they never had a donut before.
That's ridiculous.
Outrageous.
Your Pioneer Valley forecast today, cloudy with a high of 78. Tomorrow, rain with a high of 65. It is 65 right now in downtown Springfield. I'm Steve Nagle, and that's the news on Rock 102. Yeah.
John Hazen here. You know.
It's 8:47 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
The Pioneer Valley Community Band is actually a pretty cool event that's happening up at UMass tomorrow. And on the phone with us is Dr. Karen Lavoie. Good morning, Doctor. How are you?
Yes, good morning. I'm well. How are you?
Very good. So, we know a little bit about this event. Tell us a little bit about what is happening tomorrow.
Sure. So tomorrow there are members of community bands all around Western Massachusetts who are coming together up at UMass to perform a pretty wide variety of music for just a fun event celebrating music with community bands. And I'm fortunate to have been asked to be the guest conductor this year. So, which I affectionately call arm flapping. So I get to be the arm flapper.
Well, there you go. My daughter's actually performing in this tomorrow.
Awesome.
And tell me, what's the difference between a maestro and a conductor?
The words.
Oh, so it's the
same thing.
Wouldn't you rather be called maestro than conductor?
Maestro was, an older term that they used to call, I think, primarily more orchestral. And conductor can refer to any sort of ensemble.
Oh, okay. So if you were to go ahead and say, "Hi, I'm Karen Lavoie. I'm a maestro," is that just really to impress people more than just to say I'm a conductor, as opposed to like a choo-choo conductor?
I would say so.
Yeah.
I mean, I never call myself a maestro. I call myself an arm flapper. So
An arm flapper. All right.
See,
Well, that
but
works.
that to me that shows an air of humility that I can respect quite a lot.
well, thanks.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, of course.
I am a conductor. It's just my particular ensemble happens to be concert band.
Now the whole concept here is you're bringing people together that have not played together. They've not necessarily played the music that they're being introduced to before. But by the end of this whole thing, there's a performance of the music that you work on for like a day and a half, 2 days. I mean, it sounds like a pretty intense situation for nearly any musician.
Well, it's not even a day and a half or 2 days. We had one optional rehearsal Tuesday night. We had, a little over half of the group that came Tuesday night, and we went through the music, which was just wonderful. A huge relief for me, as you can imagine, to be able to hear the group and see how we do. But tomorrow will be first and only time that quite a few of the people will have had a chance to practice and play through the music. So we do that. There's a 2-hour rehearsal from 11 to 1, and then we have a lovely catered lunch. And at 3 o'clock, we do the concert.
And these are folks that are already performing in local community bands, kids from schools. It's pretty much anybody of all ages that plays an instrument, right?
Correct. It's an open invitation. Community band members from all over, every age, every level of experience. As long as they could play the music to the best of their ability, that's really the only requirement. It was a lot of fun Tuesday. They were just awesome.
Yeah, I'm very impressed by it, only because I know how much work goes into practicing and doing these musical pieces. But I saw this a couple of years ago when they did it at South Hadley High School, because they were supposed to do it on the Common and then it rained or whatever, and then they moved it to the high school. But it didn't. It sounded like they've been practicing for months. Like that's how good this sounds.
Oh, that's great. Well, I'm hoping that people will think so again tomorrow. I personally was really, really, really pleased, really happy, and I saw a lot of happy, smiling faces when the rehearsal was over. So that makes me feel good.
Now, if somebody steps out of line, do you want a box of rotten fruit that you can throw at some of these people?
No. This is all about, just enjoying playing together as a group. And I did get a lot of comments, and that was part of the goal, was to introduce some pieces that perhaps a lot of them had not played before. Mm-hmm. And hopefully bring some back to their community band. And I think that purpose has been served, which makes me happy. That was part of the goal.
This is Dr. Karen Lavoie, the festival conductor for
Pioneer Valley
for the Pioneer Valley Community Band Festival. Yeah, tell me about the performance. This is happening tomorrow at 3 o'clock?
Correct.
And
at the UMass Grammy Center for the Arts.
So, I mean, it's free. I mean, there's no cost involved. You can sit and enjoy enjoy the show, and it's as simple as that.
Absolutely.
All right.
Come one, come all. We hope to have as many people as possible. I really encourage everyone to come. You're going to hear a fantastic soloist playing a really cool piece. This is Professor Timothy Skinner, who happens to be the adjunct professor of clarinet at Westfield State. He works with me. He's doing the Artie Shaw Concerto for clarinet and band, and it's just wonderful. It's so much fun. He sounds great.
All right, Dr. Karen Lavoie, I'm looking forward to the performance tomorrow.
Great, thank you. So am I. And I'm really happy, and thank you, UMass, having it indoors, climate controlled.
Oh,
is
yeah.
a wonderful thing.
Yeah, because you never know what it's rained like the last 15 weekends here in Massachusetts. Can you imagine that?
It's a Saturday.
Yeah.
It's going to rain, right?
Yeah, that's right. All right.
Dr. Karen Lavoie, we appreciate the time. Best of luck this weekend.
Thank you so much.
You bet. It's
Take care.
8:54 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102. Rock 102, Springfield's classic rock. It's 9/11 and the Edgar Winter Group with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Cloudy today with a high of 78. Tomorrow, rain with a high of 65. But Sunday for your Father's Day, not too bad. Sunny and a high of 71. It's 65 right now in downtown Springfield. Are you ready for some fun facts back?
Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, sometimes it hits you in the nads. The Bax of life.
The Bax of
The
life.
Bax of life. We're not
What do we got today,
all
Steve?
Number one, there were only 25 episodes of the original Scooby-Doo show, which debuted on CBS in 1969. 16 more were added in 1978, and there's been a steady stream of reboots and spin-offs ever since. Scooby-Doo's had more reboots than my ex-wife's vajazzle appointments. Every spin-off starts the same. A bunch of kids start poking around the mystery crevice until they accidentally yank the mask off someone's crusty secret.
And it would have worked, too, if it weren't for those meddling kids.
Number two. The first black video game character was in an Atari game called Basketball in 1979. He was breaking barriers and ankles. Meanwhile, I was breaking a sweat trying to alley-oop into somebody's peach basket and ended up fouling into the no-fly zone below the navel line. Celebrity navel line. Number three. During the 1960s Batman TV series, Robin said 356 different things after the word holy in his catchphrase, like holy armadillo, holy hamburger, holy grammar, and holy unrefillable prescriptions.
Never said Holyoke, though.
Holy this, holy that. 356 unique phrases, and not one of them was holy, how did I get in there? How'd that get in there? Which is what I said the last time I reached into the wrong bedside drawer and pulled out something vibrating and judgmental. It was in a hotel room in Schenectady. Number four. The International Space Station is the most expensive thing that's ever been built. The estimated cost is more than $100 billion. $100 billion to float around, suction your business into a vacuum tube, and pray your docking's lined up. Sounds like every date I've ever had with my wives. More gravity and fewer apologies.
Right.
Number five. Because there's a toy in every Happy Meal, McDonald's is the world's largest distributor of toys. On a similar note, the largest producer of tires in the world is Lego. McDonald's hands out more cheap plastic than my ex-wife during her discovering era. And Lego's pumping out so many rubber circles, it's basically a condom factory for toddlers with foot traumas. Did I ever tell you about that Rolling Stones song? Maybe next week. And there's your fun facts for today.
Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, sometimes it hits you in the nads. The Bax of life.
Bax of
The
life.
Bax of life. We're
It's Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.